I want to give you some feedback on your speech, but I still have the last one, and I have an extra activity planned for you that we didn't see last Thursday. So I think it would be idea to see it right now. Check this out. We are talking about transforming words, right? Changing words into the corresponding context. And then there is one that we haven't seen, but it's related to some lessons that we saw in the past. In the past, we saw how to transform a verb into an adjective and how these adjectives can be transformed back to verbs if we remove the ing and you remove the past participle. For example, you have the word interesting. How do you transform the word interesting into a verb? What do you have to do? Who can tell me?
Interest?
Interest. You remove the ing and you obtain interest. What do you obtain? You obtain a transitive verb. It interests me. This interests me. It interests you, etc. Other thing, let's use a word embarrass. Embarrass is a verb. Transitive verb, it embarrasses me. Past, when I was in high school, kissing my dad embarrassed me, you know. Saying hello to my dad by kissing him was embarrassing, right?
Yes.
You too? That's so cool. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's the usage. You transform ings and past participles into verbs. Okay, what happens in these specific contexts? What happens when we are talking about the sensation, the name of the sensation that we are talking about? Check this out. Where are we? Here. Look at this. This chart contains three colors. The first chart are the verbs, the transitive verbs that produce the description. If you have the verb excite, it's because I am exciting or I am excited. The sensation that it produces, sorry, is a noun, color blue. And for this, we are going to use the suffixes of nouns that we saw 2 weeks ago. Right here. So we have words forming nouns in a nutshell. Yes. Let me reload this. There we go. Nouns. We have these prefixes such as anti, counter, super, etc. But we are focusing on, oops. Where is my, here. We're going to focus on suffixes. Iti, nes, si, ism, ship, h, shun, sun, or shun. The pronunciation is the same. Meant, and, an end, h, all, ends, ans, airy, and re. How familiar are you with this vocabulary? Let's see. So One-on-one. Let's begin with Carlita. What is the name of the sensation if you use the word confuse? When something is confusing, it produces
Mm, con confusement? No,
okay, can you repeat? There was a microphone problem.
confusement? Confusement?
Confusement doesn't exist.
No.
We
Okay.
need help. Help us, Jessie. What will be the noun?
I am thinking.
You are thinking? Think
Yeah.
faster. I'm going to give you inspirations. Inspiration, sorry. Here are the
Mm,
suffixes.
confusion.
Yes, of course.
Confusion.
The word that you are looking for is confusion. And look at this. Confusion is actually a B2 word. So it's not an easy word. The word is confusion. A state of not being certain about what is happening. A state. Every time you talk about sensation, you are talking about a state. Think about that. Let's go through the next. Elsie, what would be the noun when you feel encouraged? What's the sensation that you are feeling?
Mm, encouragement? Encouragement?
Totally correct. Yes. Encouragement. And this is a C1 word. The act of encouraging somebody. When something that encourages somebody is, it feels encouragement. Good job. The next. Carla. This is a difficult one. And actually, no, you know what? I'm going to give you this one because this suffix doesn't exist in the list. Let me check if the suffix don't exist. No, it's oh, we need to include it. Okay, I need to include this.
Okay.
Check this out. Do you have an idea, Carla?
No. No,
Don't
no,
worry.
no, teacher.
When you feel bored, the sensation is called boredom.
Boredom.
This is not in the list that I gave you. And I'm
Mhm.
so lucky that we saw it right now.
Mhm.
Or boring. We are going to include it in the first list on the state or quality of being adjective. Why here? State or quality of being adjective. Because you can use a word, you feel bored. Well, you feel bored, then the sensation is called boredom. You feel free, and that's your power of freedom. You feel another one. Oh, that's the other one because the only one. There was another one that is not that common, but it gives you the sensation. If a person is called a martyr, then this person gets the quality of martyrdom. You know, in the Catholic Church, sometimes they give martyrdom to certain angels and saints for their sacrifices. Do you remember anything of that?
Can you repeat, teacher?
I repeat, in the Catholic Church, when there is a saint that sacrificed a lot for the Father,
Mhm.
it's called a martyr, no? When you receive the title of martyr, you are receiving martyrdom.
Okay.
That's not common at all, but this is another example. And that's the only example that is possible here. I think the only ones that are more common is boredom and freedom. They are right here. What level is boredom?
Random is
Random, there's no base worth, you know? Random is a natural adjective.
okay.
So yeah, no, that's not a composition. That's pretty much it. Dumb. The next one. Now, Carlita, how would you say amuse as a noun? What's the name of the sensation?
Amusement.
Good. You are totally correct. Where have you seen this word? Have you seen?
I think it's similar to entertainment or like this.
Oh, very good. It's very similar to entertainment. Mhm.
It's for this that I use meant.
Good job. No, perfect job. Excellent association. You are thinking in English. This is
Yes.
thinking in English. Exactly, Milady. The word amusement is very similar to entertainment, and you have the same suffix. The most common application of the word amusement is to describe what is Six Flags, for example. Six Flags is an amusement park. Disney is an amusement park. The local amusement park in Chapultepec in the past. Rest in peace.
Yes, teacher, but in some months open again, no, with another name, but
Oh, really? Will open again?
the feria de Chapultepec in the past.
Uh-huh.
Restructure their name and the offer of the
Mhm.
of place, but I know that in some months open again with another name or another.
Super
Yes,
cool.
if you are drive in periférico at night, you
Uh-huh.
can watch the lights of the Rueda de la Fortuna.
Oh,
That
wow.
is amazing. Yes, it's a good
It's
view.
going to reopen again.
Yes, yes,
I
yes, yes,
think
but
that's
with another company, no, also and another structure because I know that that will be more Mexican um, a
proper.
topic or yes, like more big. I don't remember the name, but in some months you can enjoy again.
That's super cool
Yes,
because I think that's one of the a very Mexican infrastructure.
mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
not a copy of anything. It's super original. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a super nice park. It was a
Yes.
super nice park.
Yes.
That's the one. That's amusement, which is very similar to the next. Let's see if you can associate it. Jesse, what is the noun, the sensation for amazing? When something is amazing, you feel?
Amazement.
Yes, milady. Good job. Amazement.
Amazement.
This is a sensation you feel. B2 again. All this is B2 vocabulary, as you can see. Super useful vocabulary for your speech. Feelings and sensations. Lots of them. What about the next one? Elsie, how would you say if something frustrates you, you feel?
Frustration.
Good.
Mm.
Very similar to Spanish.
Mhm.
Good job. Frustration is a C1 word,
Frustration.
and it's considered also formal to use it. The feeling of being frustrated with ED. Super useful. Carlita, what would be the sensation when something interests you?
Mm, mhm. Mm, mm,
You can guess. I mean, this is experimentation. Total
mhm.
experimentation. You can guess the problem.
Mm, interest. No,
That would be very
interest.
similar to Spanish, actually, but that doesn't
Interest.
exist.
No,
Also,
no.
the word
Interesting.
interesante is an adjective,
Mm-hmm.
so it cannot be transferred like that.
No, I am check the suffix that you show us, but
Uh,
interest. I interest. No, interesting, but sounds strong.
exactly.
Interessant,
Interesting.
interesting, but not. I think.
As a noun, that wouldn't be possible. As an
Interest.
adjective, probably. Oh, we can
Interest.
see.
No, teacher. No.
Okay, we need help. What
I-
about yes? What would be the sensation, the name?
Mm, no, teacher. There's, mm,
Cannot find it?
There's
And what about Elsie?
Interest. The, the same like the verb.
The same as the verb.
The same as the same as the verb.
You are totally correct. The word interest exists as a noun. So here you don't need a suffix. Something interesting that we saw. Well, we are going to see it for the first time here because I remember I jumped it. Is that there are three ways to form nouns. The first way to use it is to use the same word as a noun. Have you heard, for example, here, thanks for your invite? Technically, it's not incorrect. People use it like that because it's so common to receive an invitation from Zoom that has a button invite. So technically, they use it the same way. Or the word takeaway as a noun. We can get something to eat from the Chinese takeaway. As you can see, we are using verbs as nouns. This word is called nominalization. When you take the word and we transform it as or we use it as a noun. Interest is one example. Interest as a noun. The feeling that you have when you want to know or learn about something. And it's a want, which is very similar to Spanish. Questions?
Not okay.
Cool. What about you, Carlita? Help me with surprise. If something surprises you, what sensation do you feel?
Surprise. Surprise. Surprise.
Just like that, right?
Similar. Yes, surprise.
Similar to interest. We need only the normalization of surprise.
Yes.
It's the same. The suffix doesn't apply here. Good.
Okay.
What about Jesse? Frighten. Transform the word frighten into a noun. First, do you know what is frighten?
no.
Why do you don't tell me, teacher, what is frighten? That could be a start. I don't know. No, you can ask me. Hey, I don't know.
Yes, teacher. What is frightened?
Exactly. Yes. Frighten is when something scares you.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Okay.
All right. Frighten and scare are synonyms. Watch Monsters Inc. in English. Recommendation. When something frightens you, what do you feel?
I am not frightened. Frightens.
Frightens doesn't exist.
Fright-
Also because we are The word tense doesn't exist here, no? Tense. Ah, this one, frightened?
Yes, like preference.
Right, preference. Yes, that's a good option, but no. That doesn't exist. Don't worry, nice experimentation. Let's check with Elsie. What do you have, Elsie?
Mm, I don't know, teacher. Right,
That's
right, right.
right. So you remove the en.
Only the en.
You are totally correct. The word frighten is a modification of the word fright because n is a suffix. Remember? We saw n as an addition to nouns and adjectives, like harden, soften, and shorten. So if you remove n, you obtain fright. So sometimes you need to add words and add syllables. Other times you need to remove them. Right. A feeling of fear. This is new vocabulary, girls. We have vocabulary C1, of course. This is C1 vocabulary. Do you remember that I told you that in the exam, in the first certificate, you can get a C1 result if you use advanced vocabulary? So it's pretty possible to obtain. If you have a good exam, you pass with B2. But if you have a really good exam, you pass with the C1 in the corresponding metrics of the exam. So that's a good consideration for vocabulary. The higher your vocabulary, the better your result. And now we enter the difficult vocabulary. Some words that are totally new. Baffle. Who remembers what is baffle? If not, we can consult it. Don't worry. We can check it. Baffle of verb. Jessie, help me with the definition.
Yes, to confuse somebody completely,
Mhm.
to be too difficult or strange for somebody to understand or explain.
What would be the synonym in this case? Yes.
Conf-
You are correct, eh?
Yes.
So the synonym is
Confused? I am not sure.
totally correct. Baffle as a verb is to confuse.
Okay.
I baffle you, I confuse you.
Okay.
You baffle somebody, his behavior baffles me. I'm baffled why she hasn't called. I'm confused why she hasn't called. Right? This word as a noun exists. No, bafflement. Oh, wow, this is new information for me. I thought it was only baffle, but nope. The noun corresponding to this is bafflement, a feeling of being completely confused. That's C1 vocabulary. Got it? I'm going to give you that word. Take notes. Because the last word that we need to check is worry. What would be the noun for worry? Carla, do you have any idea?
Mm, I am thinking, teacher.
Okay, okay. No problem.
I think it's worry. Worry.
You are correct.
Mm,
It's only worry. Do you
Mhm.
remember the expression, no worries?
mhm.
This expression is actually a plural of the noun worry. It's a countable noun. One worry, two worries, three worries, many worries.
Mhm.
So when people say, no worries, this is the noun.
Okay.
So it's different to say, well, it's not different to say, don't worry versus no worries. Don't worry is a verb.
Mhm.
No worries is a quantifier containing a noun. A blue
Okay.
word.
Okay.
Take a note. Worry, worries. Synonym, anxiety. A worry is similar to anxiety. Here we have exhaust, scare, and calm. Let's talk about, this one is easy. Tempt. When I feel tempted, because delicious Mexican pastries like conchas and orejas, they are so tempting for me. I feel tempted when I enter a bakery, a Mexican bakery. What do I feel? Jesse, when I enter a Mexican bakery, La Ideal, and I have cookies in front of me, feel
Then, then, how pronounce them? Tempt,
tempt, the T sounds.
temptment.
Almost, but incorrect. You need a suffix, yes, but it's not meant. Another, Elsie, what do you have?
Temptation.
Of course. In this case, word is temptation, which is very similar to Spanish, but it's a difficult word. In the dictionary, temptation is level, there's no level. But I would say this is like B2. It's not an easy word to come up with. There you have. Give a moment, girls, because Jessie is in the chat. Good night, Jess. Hello.
Good night, teacher. Good night,
Hi.
kids. I will the attendance, please. Is here Jessie? Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Thank you, Jessie. Elsie? Hello, Elsie. Good night.
Hello, Jessie.
Thank you, Elsie. And Denise. Hello, Denise. Good night.
Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Good night, Denise. Thank you. So, thank you, everyone. Have a good night and see you tomorrow.
You too, me, lady.
Likewise.
Good
See
night.
you.
Thank you.
See you
See you.
tomorrow.
Goodbye.
The next one is pretty interesting. Let's see if you can catch it. When something is at the light, you can say that something is delighting if something is amazing, like beautiful in many, many ways. Or you can feel delighted. There is another adjective that is delightful. When something is delightful, it produces what, Carlita?
Mm, delightment?
Delightment could be,
No.
it doesn't exist. You're close. Nice experimentation. Jessie.
Teacher, what is the light?
Nice. Yes, that's the question I wanted. Delight. A feeling of great pleasure.
Okay,
Great pleasure in the sense of happiness. You know,
okay.
that's it. Oh,
Mm,
spoiler. Come on, girl. You didn't see? I gave you the answer.
No,
You
I
didn't- Oh,
I was
come on.
watching the suffixes.
You're watching the suffixes.
Yes,
Answer was in front of you.
the line. No, teacher. The
Oh,
line. Mm-mm.
well, let's see if somebody else paid attention. Elsie, did you see the answer?
Delight?
Yes, you saw it. The definition that I gave you in the dictionary, the first
It's
definition was a noun.
yes.
It didn't give me the verb. So the light is technically a B2 noun. It's another way to say happiness. And actually, when I said happiness, I was like, uh-oh, happiness is a noun. I am saying actually the answer. Delight. See, synonym joy. B2 word. Puzzle. Who remembers puzzle? We saw it in previous classes. When something is puzzling, and you feel puzzled, what's the synonym in this case? Carlita, do you remember this?
Mm, I'm not sure if it's the same teacher puzzle.
No, but my question was different. Pay attention to my question. Do you remember what's the definition of puzzle? Or as
No, not really. I have in mind, but
important?
I'm not sure if it's
What do you think it is?
when you as a noun is the uh, the play when you join a lot of pieces to transform in a big I don't know to say
But you're
in
talking about the game.
yes puzzle it's
Yeah,
a noun yes
we are talking about the game, the noun, but that has no relation with the verb.
okay.
Okay. Puzzle as a verb is to confuse a person. Puzzle. Baffle
Is
and
synonym?
confuse are synonyms.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So when something is
Puzzling.
baffling, it's puzzling and it's confusing.
Okay.
Mm.
So
This definition, what do you think is the sensation?
puz, puz, I, puzzlement. I know. It's,
Yeah, no.
I know position. No, because
Too
confused is
extended.
confusion and baffled is bafflement. No.
Ah, yes. So there's no
No, it's
pattern,
different.
no? Mm,
Yes.
that's true. That's true. Sometimes patterns don't exist.
No.
Well, I can give you the answer because this is a difficult one. It's a nominalization case.
Okay.
It's just puzzle. Puzzle as a noun.
Okay.
This one is non-common. People don't use puzzle as a noun a lot. It
Mhm.
exists, but it's not that common. Okay.
Okay.
But the next one, it's very common. Let's see if Elsie, can you figure it out? If something is exhausting and you feel exhausted, what do you feel?
Mm. 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 I don't know.
Any guess? An
The,
educated
the same word, exhaust.
exhaust. Actually, this time you need a suffix. So let's receive help from Jessie. Which suffix do we need, Jess?
Exhaustment.
This word exists, milady. Good job. Exhaustment. If I write it correctly. Oh no, it's exhaustion.
Mhm.
Oh my God. I really thought it was exhaustment. Oh my God.
Exhaustion.
Nah, let me check. Yes, it exists. Oh, I thought it was crazy. Exhaustment. Usually uncountable, plural exhaustment, obsolete. Ah, it's considered obsolete. Okay. Where did I read this word? Okay, so the word is exhaustion, which is similar to Spanish. The word exhaustment exists, but as the dictionary says here, we shouldn't use it because it's considered old. That's why this dictionary doesn't have the word. The word exhaustion is the one that we are looking for. Okay. I'm going to remove the ones that are nominalization for you to give notes. Scare can be a noun too. Calm is a noun too. Cheer is a noun too. Upset doesn't exist. Annoyed, tired doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. And the rest are meant. Embarrassment, And let me check annoyance. Annoy, enjoy. No, it doesn't exist. Ah, yes, annoyance. That was a difficult one. Okay. These nouns were the difficult ones that I can provide to you because it was pretty difficult. That's it for your vocabulary class today. Do you have any question?
Teacher, can you share with us the list of prefixes and suffixes, but the list that we did today?
Oh, sure. Are you talking about this one?
Uh-huh. Would you add some words, some suffix? Dumb.
Only one, only dumb,
Oh.
and that was it. But sure, I can pass it to you. Yes, let me do the.
And the other one, like the table that we filled today.
Oh, sure. Yes, okay. Okay.
Filled.
So let me send you suffixes. 6, 7, 8, 9. Jesus. Yes, no problem, Elaine. Let me check what happened because I need to send it to you in a different way. Let me complete it right now and I pass it to you right away. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Girls, you can go to rest. Excellent class. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, teacher. See
Have a
you,
good
girls.
See you, everyone.
See you.
Bye.
girls.